What up?
Fucking L.
Yo. Back again.
What's up?
What's going on, you motherfuckers?
Back again with the white Nikes.
Damn.
Don't ever call me that again.
Dusty.
Damn,
fuck.
trash can.
Yeah. Damn, trash can. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's the best.
That was the
Okay.
best one.
One of these days we'll have to do a meme materialist.
Oh,
Meme
God.
review.
Fucking allow me.
Well, my stepson was actually
know,
just
do we?
watching like Vines. And I'm like, dude, you weren't even around for Vines. Like,
Real,
that's
literally,
way
like
back.
Vine came and gone before you were born.
Like he was watching a Vine compilation and like it had a little Jake Paul on there. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Like way back.
If
I'm like,
only
that's
we
when it
had
started
known
on.
back then, we could have snuffed that flame out. It's like,
We could have bullied
I
him
don't
off
really,
the
I
Wi-Fi.
don't really mind Jake anymore. I don't pay attention to him.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Let him do his thing. I do like how, like he's trying to like go after the UFC about the like the pay and shit.
Yeah,
Because
well,
that
you
is
know,
true,
I'm
man.
just
Those
gonna put this
motherfuckers
out
literally
there.
go in there like risking their lives, like for entertainment, and like they get paid. Like some of them get paid pennies.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Jake, I'm calling you out. Box me, okay?
nah.
If you don't, you're
Yeah,
a pussy, okay? Jake Paul's a
Yeah,
pussy.
that'd be crazy if he fucking like responded, like all quick,
Yo.
like tomorrow.
Yeah, like
You
out
get
of
like
everyone.
a DM. You just get a private DM. You just get a private DM. He's like, I heard you.
Here, if you're gonna post a
bitch.
picture of me, use something funny like, and just be like, yo, this bitch wants to box me? Yes, I do.
Oh my God.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I like what he said about like women's boxing too.
Oh,
like, how
you know
he's
what?
giving
I want to
women
start off
boxers
with.
like really good paid.
Speaking of fighting, I want to start off with a little anecdote. So over the weekend, last
Yeah.
Saturday, me and Brandon went on a
Yeah.
fucking
Oh
quest.
yeah. Okay. Oh fucking. This shit was bananas, bro.
I don't know what the comment below if this is like a nationwide sweep
For real, dog.
of something that's going on with Buffalo Wild Wings because they
Was fucking
fucking
up
up.
that night. Like, all right, so the whole plan
Why
because
you
we
keep
had
going
gone
there?
because we had gone to B-Dubs for the last fights and it was cool. Like we fucking
yeah, and they've
had some
always played
drinks,
the
had some
fights.
wings, fucking watched the fights. It
Yeah,
was a good time.
yeah.
So we thought, hey, let's fucking go there again for these fights. God damn it. Shut up.
Damn, you got hose?
That's
Buffalo
Jake.
Wild Wings is hitting him up.
That's
Yeah,
Jake
like,
right
heard you
there.
talking
They're like,
shit,
hey,
bro.
shut
Like,
your
that's not
fucking
true.
mouth, bro.
Yeah, that was Jake. He said, hey, tell your little brother I'm at him. Fucking anyways,
Ooh, I'm so
so
scared.
we had a good time the last time we went, so we was like, fuck it, let's go there again.
Yeah.
I'm at Devin's crib, I'm at my mom's crib, just like catching up, talking, whatever. And Frank gives me a call. He's like, hey, the homies over at B-Dubs, he said like a motherfucker got slapped and like they shut down the fights. Like there's no fights no more.
Oh
Like,
my god, slap!
Fuck.
yeah, there was a fight. There was a brutal fight.
There
Like,
was
must have been a murder.
There was a confrontation, an altercation.
Fucking, yeah, and I was
And-
like, "Fuck, that
The
sucks."
transformation, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. There was a fucking fight.
An exchange.
Something. There was a
There was
misunderstanding.
an entanglement.
There was a
An
misunderstanding.
entanglement,
There was an
Oh, fuck.
entanglement.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
An
There's
entanglement.
a- yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, there's an
Oh, God.
entanglement.
Someone's
at the
wife got
B-Dubs.
assaulted.
And so they shut down the fights. They said they're not having them. So Frank calls me. I was like, shit, that sucks. So I called the B-Dubs that we went to last time because we were gonna go
Yeah.
to a different one.
This is the fucked up
And
part.
this motherfucker, I was like, hey, y'all having the fights tonight? This dude said point blank was like, yes.
He said, on my life, Brandon.
Yeah, he
I
said-
guarantee.
He's like, on my mother's soul, there will be the fights on when you get here.
And
And
if
I was
not,
like-
I'll give
I
you
was like-
$1 million.
I was like, damn, I didn't know all that. You didn't have to do all that. I appreciate it, bro. Like, fucking, we'll be there. And fucking,
Oh
so
my God.
Frank and his homie go over there. And I'm getting ready to leave, getting ready to head over there. He calls
And
me. He's like, hey, don't even leave. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, they shut them down here too. I was like, what? Dude literally just told me like less than 20 minutes ago, like they were having them. And like, yeah, like, what'd you say? Like, as soon as you walked in, they were like, nah, get the fuck out. Like,
so like, so I dropped the homie off right in front of the entrance so I could go and park. He walks in, I find a spot, then I walk up, and he's like, bro, they're not having them here either. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, Brandon just called this place, and the guy sold him his soul if they weren't gonna play him.
Yeah. So I gotta figure out what to do with that.
So we walk in, and there's two guys in front of us, and me and homie are talking about this whole like what the fuck is going on. So they turn around and they're like, wait, you said they're not playing the fights here? And I was like, I don't know, bro. Like my homie called, he said they are, but my other homie just walked in, said they're not. I don't know. So we all walk in at the same time. The two guys in front of us ask the host or whatever. They're like, are you guys playing the fights? And he's like, well, we were, but my manager just walked out and said no, and I have to give Brandon my soul now. So
yeah, exactly.
And I was like, what the fuck?
So yeah, and like, so then we meet up over there, and like we were like, all right, well, we'll just go across the street. There's a sports bar across the street. Like there's a ice rink across the street. That's key. That's key detail for this.
Oh yeah.
And this bar is attached to the ice rink, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we see sports bar, and we're like, hey, they'll have the fights.
Yeah, sport.
But this is a fucking hockey bar, and the Avs were playing. So they weren't about to turn the Avs off to watch the fights.
For nobody.
Yeah, so fucking like,
and then
watch them there.
And then another ridiculous little detail I didn't need. I walk up to the bar, and I ask the bartender, I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, are you guys playing the fights tonight? And she's like, we haven't played a UFC fight here in 10 years. I was like, what the fuck?
Since I was a wee lass.
She's like, UFC fights. I haven't heard that term in ages. UFC fights.
She's like,
a load of malarkey.
She's like the gladiator.
Fights.
She was like, what's this rubbish? What's this rubbish?
Are you dumb, fam? Are you dumb, fam?
Fucking, like,
she's like,
be stupid, innit?
She's like,
wonky term, innit?
She's like, you refer to the old age.
Yeah.
The gladiator.
Like the old country.
The UFC, one of the arcane arts. Fucking, so yeah, this lady was from 16th century
I was like,
England.
okay, you know what? Fucking allow me on that.
Yeah, so we left there with the weird 16th century England bartender, and we proceed to start calling places. We called places, like we called like 3 more B-dubs. One was like all the way far, like past, like it was like in Arvada or something.
Yeah.
And like they were like, yeah, we're gonna have the fights. But I was like, that's what the last motherfucker said. Like,
yeah,
you really want to risk it down, like go drive all the way down there and then we get told the same shit?
Yeah.
Nah. So,
I think you called Ugly Dog, didn't you?
Nah, fucking the homie called him, like, because you were like, you're like, yo, we're going Ugly Dog. And like I had heard of that. I'd been there before with Devin and our mom and like everybody fucking to eat, and like I knew they had banging ass wings, so I was like, all right, I'm with it.
Yeah.
We get there.
Yeah.
We get there.
Even crazier.
We get there. First of all, dude checking IDs outside. He was like, hey fellas, just to let you know, it's no seating inside right now. So
yeah.
All right. And we was like, I see you.
Yeah.
Then we walked in.
Literally 5 seconds in the bar.
5 seconds. Like the first person I see is my motherfucking dad.
Oh my god.
I was like, what the fuck? Like him and his homies saw me before I saw them. Like we were talking to the hostess and shit, and I just hear, hey Brad. I was like, what the fuck? Who I know here?
Hey Brandon.
And fucking then I just seen
Bloodbath.
Choke. Like, then I look and I'm like, oh shit, it's my fucking pops. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And like they're just fucking chilling, watching the fights, and like I tell my pops like our whole fucking quest, our whole journey, whole odyssey that we just
How much
had to go
XP did
through.
you get from it though?
And fucking, he's like, oh, you should just came here in the first place. They always got the fights here. It's like, well, fucking, I wish I would have known that.
And while he's
But-
talking to his dad, I was already like trying to scout for tables.
On the prowl, Frank's hunting.
I'm like, yeah, I was like, I gotta find us a fucking place to plant our fucking flag.
Yeah, and then my pops was like, hey, there's a table right there. Just take that shit. And like, but me and Frank walk over to it. There's a little sign on there
Like
that says
this
reserved.
big, like a sign that only like mice can
Yeah,
read.
fucking Stuart Little made this sign. Fucking, but it says reserved on it, and like,
Yeah.
but nobody's there. Like nobody's fucking been there. My pops had said so. Fucking,
You sit down.
we were just gonna sit down. But then like we just like, nah, fuck it, because like we looked over on the other side, and there was a fucking open table right there.
Yeah, these
Reserved for
girls,
your bitches.
these girls were literally cleaning up a table right when I walked over to it, and I was like, "Yo, can we have this table?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, go for it."
Yeah.
There was literally
was
a fucking TV right in front of it,
Yeah,
right next to the
big ass
bar.
TV. Like we were like people saw us and then they see the TV. Like fucking,
Yeah.
it was dope.
Damn.
But
That's
Yeah.
the good ending right there.
Quest.
yeah, that's the 100% ending right there.
Yeah, but we had to fucking fight for
Yeah,
it.
we fucking like leveled up like 4 times that night.
I thought ninjas were
Okay.
about to drop out of the ceiling.
They did. I took care of them while you was in the
You
bathroom.
ate your wings like champion.
Fucking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, and that's so I was gonna mention that too. Before they got before I had this, my mom was like telling me like, oh, this place has the best wings. When we went there, but then she dropped this bomb on me. They got some shit. They got green chili mac and cheese. And I was like, my goodness, like I had to try that over there. So I didn't try the wings the first time. This time, fight night, I'm drinking beer, I'm having wings. And it was the best wings I've ever had in my life. Like fucking, if you need some,
Nice.
if you want some wings, go to Ugly Dog.
Sponsor us, please.
Ugly
Shout out
dog.
Ugly
Okay.
Dog. And then even crazier, just to top it all off,
Oh yeah,
we're sitting there enjoying our night, watching the fights. Maybe a couple had gone by. We're eating our food, drinking our drinks. Someone walk up behind me, tap me on the shoulder. I'm like, who? What? As if the night was already fucking crazy enough. I'm like, please,
Why is
God,
Gamora?
no more surprises. And it was my fucking cousin. He's like, I thought that was you. I thought I recognized you. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is happening here? So yeah, it was a whole
Everyone's
fucking,
related.
it was a whole family affair this evening.
yeah. It was
Family
ridiculous.
reunion.
It was
Ugly
ridiculous.
Dog.
Fucking
That's what I'm saying. I should
And-
just listen to your dad.
and
I'm there first.
oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't know this place had
E-Dubs is
fights.
out. That shit's been out ever since last time he got fucked there.
Fuck beat up.
Never again.
Wait, what happened last time, Mike?
He's talking about the time we went there with Eddie and the fucking wings was all
Ridiculous.
cold and shit.
I was like,
And
yo,
they
let's
mixed
go to
up-
Wingstop. He's like,
and
no,
they-
wings are always cold there. I'm like, all right,
Dude,
whatever.
Wingstop is fuck. I'll never eat Wingstop wings again.
I'll never
I
eat
fucking,
E-Dubs again.
I fucking got some Wingstop fucking like last week. Like fucking dude, disgusting. Like fucking like the fucking skin on the chicken was all rubbery and shit. I could feel it squeaking up against my teeth and shit. I could hear it. I could hear it squeaking. Like fucking like on every one of them. I was like, nah, never again, bro. Ever.
Damn,
And you continue
'em.
to eat them?
that's crazy. I've only
Well, I
had
paid for them
really good
shits. I'm gonna eat 'em.
experiences.
The fuck?
I've only had really good.
Fuck
good experiences
Wingstop
there.
and Rick Ross. All right.
But B-Dubs, I don't fucking wings
Nah,
or
I've
shit.
nah, dude, you fucking
Yeah.
fucking
Wingstop's the
fucking
biggest.
B-Dubs fucking I have many fond memories there. I remember back in the day, they used to have that interactive game on the TVs, like they gave you the little controller and shit. You gotta guess answers and shit. I was all about it when I was a kid.
Mm.
I've,
I miss
That's
Wingstop.
where I fell in love with spicy garlic wings. Dog,
Uh,
my goodness.
I kid you not, literally up until this last Saturday, I have only had positive experiences with B-Dubs.
Yeah.
And after that whole fucking ordeal, I'm good. Like for
Dude,
a
the
last
long
Three
while.
times I've tried to go there, I've had shit experience.
But
I'm like, let's don't go there, and everyone's like, let's go there. Let's go
But-
suck the big dick.
but-
I'm like,
But
no.
that being said, all that being said, we will take a B-Dubs sponsorship.
We would. We would.
If y'all
gladly.
Down. I mean, I
we
know.
would suckle on the B-dubs.
I know we
tit
just spent
anytime.
the last
No, I would
45
never.
minutes
I would
talking shit.
I would never suck.
Well, you got 3/4 of the
Alright, well,
podcast on your side.
Yeah, we
still
take
wouldn't
3/4. We got.
You go sit in your corner with your freaking
They have to do
cauliflower wings.
I'll take B-Dub's money all day.
They
Wow.
have to get back in my good graces. Like I have to win like a free night of like beer and wings and I don't know.
Free night,
For
bro.
real, like a free night. They're like, hey, come, all you can eat, all you can drink. Free.
Yeah, I'm like,
fucking-
I'd be like, yes, B-dubs, I fucking deserve that after what you put me through.
They're like, you can breathe in our presence. How about that?
They're like, how
But
about-
anyway,
they're just
good.
gonna be like, how about we just frame you guys for murder? Like we got corporate money, G. Like,
What is-
fucking, like we're tired of y'all.
what is the stand-up that's from? Oh yeah, John Mulaney when he's
Yeah.
like, oh, and we're also gonna frame you for murder.
For murder.
But needless to say, the fights were good. I don't know if any of our viewers are UFC or MMA fans, but Volcano Volkanovski,
Yeah.
you know, with the W,
Yep, that's my guy.
Mhm.
and fucking Kamzat beat Burns.
fucking,
which is crazy.
Should have been to the
That was a
surprise
good-ass
no
fight,
one,
too.
but I
That
won't
was
get
a good-ass
political.
fight.
Yeah, definitely.
They were all pretty good fucking fights. Like since we like the ones we saw at least. Like I don't know about the ones we missed, but
yeah,
all the
yeah.
ones that we were there for were fucking dope.
The rematch with the dude that hit homie with the illegal knee.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't as like nail biting, but I mean they did a lot of scrambling and grappling. I mean it was still a good fight, but
oh yeah.
Scrambled
Fucking one more thing I
eggs.
wanted to say about Ugly Dog.
yeah.
Where's that?
Oh,
We were just
Okay.
drinking. We were just drinking beers. Like we were just having some beers, wings, and shit, and then fucking, or like we started with a shot. Actually, I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking. We started with a shot, and like it was like this weirdly delightful little peach joint, and fucking. Then like so later on, I'm like, you know, what? I'll buy a shot. I'll buy a round of shots.
yeah.
There's only 3 of us. I'm thinking like, how much it could it be? She comes over.
Oh.
She's like, hey, I was like, let me get 3 shots, and she was like, well, you
It's
should really get
5 for-
5. You should
5
really
for
get 5.
25.
And I was like, we may get 5. She was like, well, they're $8 each, but they're 5 for 25. So like, if you get 3, you're kind of getting ripped off. I was like, well, fucking bring me 5 then.
Yeah.
And like, mind you, there's only 3 of us, so like, fucking, I'm drinking 2 shots every time. Someone else is drinking 2 shots every time.
Yep.
We do that twice.
Yep.
And then Frank's cousin buys a round of shots.
Yep.
And Frank had bought a round of shots first. And
Yep.
like, next thing you know, I'm fucking 6 shots deep. Just fucking wilding out here. 6 shots, 3 fucking beers, and the best basket of wings I ever had.
And you know
Fucking-
what? And you know what's funny with me? Every time I drink, it's always like a roll of the dice. I either
Yeah.
will drink a shit ton and
Yeah,
regret
right.
it, you know, a few hours later when I'm puking my brains out and wanting to die
Yeah.
the next morning, or like it doesn't phase me at all, and I'm just like, holy shit, I could just drink like a goddamn fish.
And I'd just like to say that neither Frank nor myself drove home after that.
I drove home.
Well,
Hey,
man,
Oh,
allegedly.
he
He
Frank
allegedly drove
I
home.
did not drive myself.
But he doesn't know. He doesn't know he was drunk. He
I
can't
mean,
trust the word of a drunk.
Frank
I don't
allegedly.
recall.
Frank
I don't recall.
allegedly fucking drove home. Or
I mean,
didn't.
I remember you calling me up, having to come. roll up
Allegedly.
for the 2 years.
Allegedly, he.
hey, you know
Did or did
what?
not.
Just over my face, just put the jackass thing. Don't try this at home, kids, with the crossbone with the crutches.
But this was not done by a trained professional.
Don't
This was
drink
done
and
by a
drive.
literal jackass.
Yeah, I just like to. Yeah.
Don't do it
Allegedly. Allegedly.
unless you want to get fucked.
Allegedly.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking 50% of this podcast has DUIs. I'd like to point out.
Never again.
And on my screen, the two with the DUIs are on that side.
Yeah, they're over here.
And
Stay over there.
And the
I
light
started getting
side
paranoid after one day.
over
Like,
here.
On my screen, we both at the tippy top, Mike.
Because it's a scale of how much have I paid in DUI.
bro.
All the way up there.
Oh shit! All the good ones ending up.
That should be the abridged version. All the good ones got DUIs.
Oh man.
Fucking
Oh,
A.
shit, Christ.
All that joke being said, don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah, please, God.
Real shit.
No.
Drivers of
If you
London.
do it, fuck you.
Yeah, we live in 2022 now. That's why they got Lyft, Uber. Use
All of
it,
that.
please.
Yes.
All
Or
of it.
walk.
Call a friend. Phone a
They'll get
friend.
ya. I passed this fucking roadside test and everything, and they still got me. That chick was like, nah,
Yeah.
fuck
She
him.
we passed all the tests. She's like,
No.
no, fuck it.
No,
Let's
fuck
take
it.
him in.
They're just like,
She's
just
like-
kidding. Pretend that you failed. Pretend that
Like-
you failed.
She's like, I wasn't expecting that.
Granted, I did have
Fuck in
2
the back.
beers, but
He's like,
I passed that shit with 3 others. But
Turn the
2
body
beers is
cams
too
off.
much.
Turn the body cams off.
She's like,
So,
cut the cameras.
Well,
That's
it's funny
what
because
she's
the
like.
guy, the
She's
guy
like-
is the one who
She's
pulled
like,
me
let's
over.
bring him to Mummy.
And Mind
Mommy,
I
bring
got
me
pulled over.
Myztic Mike.
I got pulled over in a Taco Bell drive-through.
That's
They
just,
came up
Oh,
behind me in the
God.
Taco Bell drive-through.
I want him pre-fucked.
Oh, he's getting the food. And I was like, oh hell no. And then I was like, I can't even order food now because these guys are behind me. So I have to like tell the dude like, yo, I'm being pulled over. And then everyone's snapping
Oh,
pictures like,
God.
look at these dumb fucks.
Throw World
Over
Star.
in the
World
fucking
Star.
drive-thru.
I've
How you get
picked,
pulled over in a drive-through?
that's ridiculous. I've picked up both y'all from fucking DUI arrests.
But yeah, anyway, so like I passed the roadside test, and then this dude was like, yeah, I think I can let you go. And the chick's like, nah, fuck.
It's like, nah, fuck y'all.
You're coming down. You're coming with me.
Oh God, that's messed
We're
up.
gonna
swear
take a
that's how
ride
it happened. I was like-
downtown.
Like, what
Franks,
if-
though,
what if
I
my-
remember.
What if Mike like was just like
Details.
as sober as could be, and she still's like, nope, book him.
I'm, like
It's like a come in the
Cuff 'em.
bad
Wow.
part of the fucking jail.
out of all nights, like
She's like, oh, and by the way, we're gonna frame you for murder.
Yeah.
yeah, I was kind of scared.
We're gonna stick you with the
Where am I
gays.
going?
Yeah, that fucking.
Yeah,
Wow.
me. Thank God, Brandon has had the same phone number since
Oh,
before he was
He's
born.
chunking.
he's chunking.
I'm chunky.
Chunky
Yeah.
cheese. Come on, chunky cheese.
All right, start again. You seem like you're good. Start again.
Little Robe-tronic.
All right, go.
Thankfully for me, Brandon has had the same phone number since before he was born.
True that.
Yeah,
Because when I got fucking thrown in the holding
house.
cell,
And
They
the
were like-
slammer.
they were like, you get one phone call, and if they can come and pick you up, you're good to go. If not,
You spend the night in the box.
mommy.
You spend the night in the fuck box.
the fucking
They're like,
again.
they're
You
like,
get pre-fucked for Junior.
they're like, if you can't get a ride, you get the EA boss treatment.
God, if you can't find a ride, we're gonna give you an ouch.
If you can't find a ride, we'll give you a ride.
Oh, good. So thank God.
Sweating.
It's a massive
Sweating.
boo-boo.
Thank God I remembered Brandon's number like off top. That was the only number I knew by heart. If there was a gun to my head, I could be like 303.
Okay,
But so I call Brandon up. I'm like, bro, you'll never believe what happened.
You're never gonna believe what
and
happened.
fucking like it's crazy because I don't be answering numbers I don't know.
And this was like late as fuck.
Yeah,
too.
but like that's why I answered it because I was like, who the fuck would be calling me this late at night? Like, it has to be some fucking trouble.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what I thought with both y'all.
Yeah.
Fucking, so you're lucky I trust my instincts. Because I was like,
Oh,
you know,
shit.
this is either someone dying or fucking this is like this is it's a fucking A game situation. All right, I need to pick this up. So I pick it up, and then he's just like, "Hey, I got fucking picked up. Like, I'm in the Arvada fucking like
Police station.
department."
Yeah.
And like right there, I was like, "Why the fuck were you in Arvada?" Like, he lived in the complete opposite direction at the time. I was like, "Why the fuck were you over here for?"
To this
Like,
day, I still don't remember.
That's what he said. Like, I
how-
picked him up and we got in the car. I was like, "Why the fuck were you over here?" And he was just like, "I don't know."
I don't know,
What the fuck
man.
do you mean you don't know?
I don't remember.
He's just like, "I don't remember what I was doing over here."
That's why you got picked up.
It's the amnesia storyline. He has to
Oh,
retrace
God.
his footsteps.
They're like, you can't
Fucking-
park here, sir. You're like in the middle of a freeway.
I'm like, sir. Like, you're
Sir,
like,
wrong way.
You're like,
Sir,
trying to start the
please.
car. You're like trying to start
Sir,
the car. They're like,
sir,
it's
please.
already on.
Sir, please.
Sir, there's like 3 toddlers attached to your freaking bender. Not bender, fender.
Oh
Fucking-
God. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And Brandon picked up me and Mike on both of our.
Clutch.
Yeah.
Clutch.
Brandon's the fucking the hero of the
He's
story.
the communal
Yes.
DUI
He's,
Uber.
I'm the Gandalf. I'm Gandalf.
You were.
And you all are
You
my
showed
young
up at the
hobbits.
turn of the tide.
Yeah, you.
Without
and
him,
you
we would have
guys
been
are my-
sleeping with Bubba that
He's like,
night.
on your
my
left.
Fucking gang of
It
hobbits.
would have not been good.
Bro, I'm fucking fuck that. I'm Cap. If anybody in this situation,
On your left.
and you're fucking Bucky, and you're Sam. All right, like fucking.
Oh
just,
hell yeah!
just fucking let fucking Papa drive the boat. All right.
Dude, we should do that for Comic-Con. Mike, you got the
Buck.
long hair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
for sure.
Dude,
That'd
my
be
mask
sick.
looks like a Bucky mask, like the one I used to wear for COVID.
Oh shit. Yep.
It's like all like just like his mask.
I gotta get Falcon wings.
Falcon.
That makes Devin Black Widow.
No, that makes him
Pew,
Sharon
pew,
Carter.
pew, pew.
Fucking
That
Devin
makes
just-
me Ned Leeds.
Ah, the guy in the chair.
Guy in the chair.
fucking
Oh god.
who
but
would
yeah.
who would you like if you, because Devin, you're going to Comic-Con this year and you're working on a sick ass Boba Fett costume.
Yes, sir.
Is that why you got the
Okay.
helmet?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking-
I got
it's
the
gonna be sick.
jetpack pieces ordered, and I'm gonna put them together, paint it. It's gonna look sick.
That's dope, yo. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I'm excited to see
That's
that.
dope.
Yeah. I don't know if
What's
I'm
your
going
question,
this year,
Brandon?
though. Are you going this year? Are you gonna try to go? Are you gonna go to Comic-Con? this
I
year?
definitely would like to go. I think it'd be cool if we do the thing like we said with the Batman, like all the members that aren't Batman.
Yeah.
The Nightwing, the Robin, the Red
Oh.
Hood.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Huh?
I was gonna say sidekicks, but I feel like they deserve better than that title.
Oh yeah, they fucking
The Bat
Don't even
Fam.
get me. Yeah, it's the Bat
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah, the Bat.
The Bat Fam. The Bat Fam.
Bat Fam.
But who? Because like I'm.
You
I'm
said
taking
you
Red
wanted.
Hood.
Yeah.
I'm Red Hood.
Well, Mike's Nightwing
Mike's
because the
Nightwing
hair.
for sure. And who you
I'm-
gonna be? You're gonna be
Tim Drake.
Tim Drake. You
Yep.
be Red Robin.
Yep.
Or you could be Damien. But it's
I don't know
basically-
I don't know enough
Damien's,
about him.
Damien. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Man, Damien.
Tristan's gonna
Damien's
be
my
Damien.
favorite.
I grew
Damien's
I grew
my
up
favorite Robin.
I grew
Yeah,
up with
he's
the
the
He's
first
a
three.
menace.
I grew up with Dick Grayson and Tim Drake.
You
so,
could be the girl one.
And Jason Todd.
yeah.
Jason Todd was second.
Yeah.
Yeah. It went,
But see,
went
I
Dick
found out
Grayson,
about his story
Jason.
much later.
and it went Dick, Jason, Tim,
Yeah.
Damien. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie. Her name's Stephanie. Remember we were talking about that. Spoiler.
Yes, I do remember.
Well, fucking, I had already half the name was already out of my mouth. I had to just fucking roll with it. I tried to stop myself.
It was already too late.
Yeah, fucking, it was inside us all along.
But Dev, I'm surprised. Do you think should we do something for, or like, are y'all trying to go just one day out of the 3, or?
So I'm going all 3, bro.
Damn.
I'm going all 3.
I was probably just
a different
I'll
costume.
probably just
every day.
go one day. I'll probably go Saturday this time because that
yeah.
Sunday it was picked clean,
there ain't
bro. There was
shit
nothing left.
Let me know
I
if
got
you're
a
looking
couple
for
dope
something
shirts.
specific, because I'm gonna go early
I'm-
Friday.
I'm
2
down to
p.m.
go
on Friday.
Saturday. That's what I was planning on.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well,
Saturday.
let me know if you guys are looking for anything specific, because I get to go to the early access at 2 p.m. on Friday.
I'm all
So I
about
could-
the t-shirts, yo. If
Yeah,
you could buy me
sir,
some good
sir,
graphic tees.
I'm a VIP. I'm with the shits, okay? I am with the shits. I paid my money.
Yeah, that's more than I'm willing to pay. I don't
Damn.
like. I'll tell you what, fucking like, cause ever since I got like the Xbox, like comics have taken a back seat, just cause like
You be
I was
trying to
not- I
call
was-
your way
I-
out of debt.
I wasn't really buying them anymore. I was just, cause I got the apps on like fucking iPad and shit. Like I just been reading digitally and shit. But now I'm like, for sure we done buying for a while. Like fuck, I'm just reading them digitally, dog. Like it's the same shit. Just doesn't add up to add the collection, but I still get to read everything.
That's what I've been saying.
But I do have a modest little collection at this point though. I got like 4 full boxes.
I got amazing digital collection. I got
Yeah,
Spawn.
what you
I
gonna
got
sell that
Star
for?
Wars. I got
Can't sell
fucking-
that.
Dark Tower. All that shit.
I have everything you just said physically.
Yo, has the last Ronin come
Dark
out
Tower?
yet? Like the last issue?
Yep, CJ got me Dark Tower for last Christmas.
Oh,
Shout out
nice.
to CJ. Shout out to Camp Cosmos. Go stream his album.
Yes.
Camp Cosmos on Spotify. Stream it. Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
We'll post it. We'll put it.
Dead Poet
we're gonna-
Society.
We're gonna put his link in the description as well.
Yes.
And if
Yeah,
you
go
don't
check
listen
it
to
out,
it,
bro.
you're a loser. You're a
Fucking,
nerd.
but yeah, Dark Tower. I haven't read it yet, but I have it.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I haven't finished.
That's that Stephen King joint, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
What's
it
the
Idris
novel?
Elba in the
Berserker?
live action
Is the
remake?
Keanu Reeves one?
Yeah, he's the gunslinger.
Keanu
The
Reeves.
No, Idris
No.
Elba.
Yeah,
Nice.
in the movie,
Yeah. Idris Elba is the
gunslinger.
Dark
is the
Tower movie.
gunslinger.
Yeah,
But
but
yes,
what did you
Berserker-
say, Devin?
Berserker.
I was
is
just
Keanu Reeves.
asking if Berserker was the Keanu.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Berserk.
Berserker.
Berserk.
Berserker. Hard R.
Shit.
Berserker.
Card. Oh god.
What did you say?
Berserker.
Talking to you.
Me?
Oh, Mike.
Oh. I said
Oh.
Berserk.
Oh,
Is the
that's a
shit.
dope ass show. It's a dope ass show.
It's
Anyways,
twisted.
I
Say
wanted
that.
to take this time to pass it to Dev. He was gonna give us just a brief, very kind of short and sweet, spoiler-free review of Sonic Deuce.
Sonic
All
the
right.
Hedgehog.
Sonic
Le
the
Dew.
Hedgehog.
Thoughts,
Let do.
criticisms, what can we expect?
Right off the bat, my judgment is a little askew for my first viewing, because when I sat down, I realized the recliner didn't work at all. I don't know what
Hell no.
happened. And I was like-
hate it.
You
Hate
I
it.
sit down and like for like a solid 5 minutes, I'm like
Yeah, we've been there.
pressing it.
Yeah.
you and
And, like-
Brandon always
Yeah, we
get
get
fucked.
the fucking worst. We have the worst luck. But
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
that being said,
And like,
fucking, I want to give you the Bane speech about the darkness, fucking with the recliner chairs, dog. Because fucking, We were born in the darkness. Like, we didn't have no fucking recliners. We had to hope nobody sat in the seat in front of us so we could put our fucking feet.
We had
on
cafeteria
that seat.
chairs and shit.
Yeah, and like if someone did come to sit in those seats, there was fucking cursing their fucking name the whole
Fucking
movie.
bitch.
Anyways,
But yeah, so like
as you were.
right away I was just like, damn. So this is how it's gonna be. It just, I was pissed. And like the dude who sat next to me, he was like, man, we got jived, bro. The seats don't work. And I'm like, I know. And like the whole time he's like trying to talk to me. I'm like, shut up. Cause like he's just trying to make conversation. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I swear if you talk to me one more time, I'll knock your ass out. Like, you got 2 more, dude. 3 strikes and you out.
Your homie or just
So-
some random guy?
Just some random guy.
Random dude. I went
What the-
alone. So like
Oh,
virginity
okay.
secured.
Yeah.
I went to the Sonic movie alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ticket is my V card. But
What did he?
anyways, getting
He
to the
went-
actual
That
movie.
guy went there
Yeah,
in hopes to meet someone
To
like
find
you.
somebody.
Yeah, that guy went alone
Befriend
too.
somebody.
He wanted to make a friend, and you shut
That
him
guy
down.
went home and killed himself now because of
See what
you.
happens when you say no to life?
Well,
You
He
killed
killed
him.
himself. You
You
killed
killed
him.
him.
You
Well,
killed
where's
him.
my UAV? Come on.
Anyways,
Oh,
keep
shit.
going. We keep
Anyways,
interrupting. Go ahead,
No, it's
go ahead,
okay.
Go ahead.
it's okay.
that dude.
Swear,
Anyways.
swear we'll let you finish.
I watched the movie. It was really good. Like I was surprised. Like the first movie was good. It felt a little slow for like a Sonic movie, but this movie was awesome.
But
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna ask
Yeah,
you
like
how.
that was
I
too
was
easy.
gonna-
You're better than that, Devin.
I was gonna ask you how it compared to the first one because I haven't seen either of them.
What?
the first one, I
Yeah.
feel like it's about half of what this one was.
Okay.
Like this one was just like the first one dialed to 11. They took everything that worked and just emphasized it, and basically took everything that didn't work and didn't get rid of it, but like put it in the back.
Mm.
So we
Put it
still have
in
the
the
human
back.
characters, but Sonic is very much the main character.
Yeah.
And Idris Elba as Knuckles, bro. That is some perfect casting. Like he stole the
That was
show.
good.
He was
Did he? Because like I'm probably not gonna see it. Did he say the meme? That's the only spoiler I want.
there's a reference to the meme, but he never says the meme
Ah.
explicitly.
You know what's you know what I was gonna ask? Do they give James Marsden good
I was just
stuff
about to talk
to
about
do
him.
in these movies? Like, or is he kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like-
That's all I
like
know
does
about
he
him is
does
that
he
he's
get
in 'em.
good writing and jokes and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that, or is he kind of just like left to be kind of like, well, this is Sonic's movie and I'm kind of just here, or
hmm
Yeah.
Well,
I'm the physical actor next to the CGI character. like,
yeah, I
in-
kind of feel
in this
bad
like-
for him.
he's like, I did it in Hop. I could do it in here too.
Oh, he did do Hobbs.
He does all those.
Shit. Come on,
He's a
James,
pro.
you're better than
He's a
that.
pro at talking to
The
himself.
fuck is hot?
It's like a
The
Easter
freaking
Bunny
Easter
movie.
Bunny joint.
He shits out eggs.
No, he shits out jelly beans.
Oh,
know
I
it.
hate it.
I
Even
don't know
worse.
I don't know it.
But anyways, James Marsden in the first movie, he was like a accidental friend to Sonic. He's like, you know what? We're in it together, I guess. Well, I'll help you. But in this movie, they take that and they sort of morph it into like a father-son dynamic, and it like really works.
Sonic's
Like,
the father.
Yeah. no, James Marsden is the daddy. Sonic is the baby.
We knew that.
The baby.
Fucking, he's been
But-
Big Papa since fucking Cyclops, all right? And speaking of, or fucking keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah,
wrap it
that
up though.
relationship-
Short and
Yeah, wrap it
sweet.
That
up. Give us your
relationship,
final grade. Give us your
It's
final grade.
amazing. Final grade, I'm gonna give it a B plus, almost an A. Love the movie.
Nice.
Like
Alright.
an 8 out of 10.
B
8 out
plus?
of 10.
The
Yeah,
fuck?
8. 8.5.
Alright, Nate,
I'll give
okay.
it 8.5.
Have
Have you watched it, Mike?
But
So,
speaking
can we-
of,
can
we-
speaking
watch
of,
it?
Can we
I'm gonna watch it.
can we expect a third one?
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
think there's
yeah.
gonna be more than. I think there's gonna be more than 3 probably.
Like
They
a
already
whole
announced the third one.
franchise?
They announced the
Do you think
third
is
one,
James?
and
It's gonna
Knuckles
be
is
like
getting
the
his own show.
Do you think
It's-
James will come back, or is he like, allow it? I'm good on
Well,
these.
James already said he wants to come back.
Yeah, why the
He
fuck
wants
would you
to-
say allow it? That's that Sonic money. That's that Sega Genesis money.
Well,
dog.
okay, let me ask you about
Fucking-
this. My last question
Uh,
about these movies, because
That's my
clearly
ring
the
ka-ching.
other star of these movies that was the only reason I was like, oh, I kind of want to see him is the motherfucking man Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's
Jim
like-
Carrey's dough.
that's why I want to see it.
Yeah.
He's the only
So
character in the movie that is more animated than the animated characters.
That's dope. As I
Alright,
expect him to be.
before I go on my,
He's the best.
I
He's
do
the
want to
GOAT.
bring up
He's the
something
GOAT.
about James Marsden.
Because I just heard Jim Carrey. I take it with a grain of salt, but I just seen a thing where he announced he's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
I was just about to
retired.
fucking. I was just about to ask about
Well-
that. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Well, there's
I
room
mean,
for him to come back in Sonic.
Okay.
They don't completely bookend his character. It's like
Okay.
open but kind of
Yeah.
closed.
Okay.
So
I think Jim Carrey has earned retirement. If that's what he wants to do, I completely respect his wishes. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you for all the good times. I can just live with what you have given us. Go enjoy your promised land.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I'm like, I mean, if you still got it, man, like, give me more. But I think he's just over Hollywood. And
I was
all
just about to
this
say that.
bullshit. Yeah.
more.
He's
And I
he's definitely
I did-
goated, but I think he's done. He's just like done with.
did,
He's
and
done.
I also saw him comment on the
He's
whole Will
ju-
Smith Oscar thing, and
Yeah,
he's like,
200
I would have fucking
million.
sued Will. I was like,
Damn.
damn. Yeah, I was like, 200 million, Jim. You don't need it.
He's like, I'd sue him for 200 million
Yeah.
and frame him for murder.
Dude, yeah. And I'd mysteriously come up missing. Again, but
He's
like,
like, "It was
he has
just a
point-
joke,
he has
bro."
point when he says that fucking he'd sue Will Smith, like fucking
Yeah.
Chris Rock just isn't suing him because he doesn't want to be seen as a bitch.
No, he actually is. He's actually
is suing
suing
him?
the Academy
Yeah.
and
well.
Will.
Oh shit!
What?
He's like, oh no, I'm not gonna sue.
I gotta look this
Fuck
up.
you.
He's
Because
actually.
you're there's breaking news, everybody. Breaking
Fact,
news.
fact check it.
Fucking-
Breaking news.
Allegedly. Because I have not heard this.
suing
Chris
the
Rock
Academy
to
and
sue Will
both of
Smith
them.
over Academy Awards catastrophe.
But yeah, but I
Okay,
think he's
got that.
goated. I think he's goated.
Okay, 8 hours ago, Chris Rock's brother challenges Will Smith to a boxing match.
What the hell?
Okay, get out. No.
I could
fucking
take him
fake
down. He
news.
says.
Irrelevant.
That's the New York Post, man. Fucking
Fake
like, I'm
news.
pretty sure he said
Erroneous.
that.
Erroneous on both counts.
All right, one day ago,
Clickbait.
Chris Rock sparks rumors that
Rumors,
he's
Mike.
suing Will Smith. Says he won't talk about Oscar slap until he gets paid. Well, by gets paid, I've heard they said that like days and days ago at this point.
Tell
They're
him
like,
to bring me
they're
my
like,
money.
He's talking about like
The Oscars.
Oscars,
Yeah.
like fucking
Paying
yeah,
him.
like,
Oscars.
paying him his
Oscars,
wages for that
dude.
event that he hosted.
He's probably gonna
but-
get more than what they originally were gonna pay him. Is the impression I get from that.
Fucking
Well, that's probably right.
Probably.
Waiting, he got his finger on the button, waiting to push that.
yeah, but
I'm
I don't
fucking
think,
push
I don't
this
think he's
shit.
not. I don't think
Yeah.
he's gonna do it. I don't think he's gonna do it.
Speaking of getting
I
paid,
feel like if he sued, fucking Black Twitter would make him even more of a meme if he didn't. Like
Oh.
he's already a meme, but
Mhm.
if he sues,
Oh,
it'll make him
wow.
even more.
Wow.
Like that meme will get. That
Will
meme will
Smith
last
just
way
slapped
longer.
the shit out of me.
Fucking yeah, but
Wow,
all right,
dude.
Chris
All
Rock.
right,
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
yeah, we've seen it. We know shit. Damn.
Everyone's
Allow
seen
me.
it.
Fucking
Oh, Will
90
Smith.
times.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know whose side I'm on in that whole thing, but
Shit.
Anyway.
Chris Rock.
I'm on Denzel's side.
For real. I'm on homegirl for Black Panther that was sitting behind Will's
Yeah,
side. Like,
I'm on homeboy from There Will Be or No Country for
She did the
Old Men.
pogger's face.
yeah, fucking
I'm on Jake's side. 200 million.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
You know what's the joke that came in my mind when all this went down?
I'm on
When-
Andrew Garfield's side.
When Will goes up and he's like, yo, I was just talking to Denzel and da-da-da. I thought it would have been hilarious if Denzel's wife would have been like, keep my husband's name out
Shut your fucking mouth.
fucking-
Yes.
And then she
It
goes
would've
up
been-
and slaps him.
It would have been funny if he was like, I was just talking to Denzel, and he said, fuck that motherfucker.
Or you know what's funny is like I love when the camera cut to Denzel and he was kind of like this. He's like, why you bring it? Don't get.
Why bringing
like-
me into this shit?
he's like chewing gum that's not really in his mouth too, like all old dudes do. Like
He's
fucking-
like, Will.
He's checking his phone. He's pressing random numbers on the calculator,
Yeah,
trying to
fuck.
look busy.
I can't, but
I was like, why you gotta throw the spotlight on Denzel like that?
yeah, but anyways, fucking
Oh,
before we got
God.
on to the whole slap, instead of the snap, they're gonna start saying the slap, like fucking that.
Before the
when-
I already
slap.
called it the
That's-
slap
yeah.
heard around the world.
Fucking
It's
that's
the
Before
slap
the
slap
slap,
around
the world was
that's
bright
fucking-
slapping.
Jesus
Anyways.
Christ.
post slap.
So yeah, I'd like to pat myself on the back for that great joke. But what I was gonna say before we got on the Jim Carrey thing,
Yeah.
James Marsden
Mhm.
said recently that he would
Oh,
love
Cyclops.
to play Cyclops again.
And you know what's
fucking, I'm down for that, bro. Like if they're bringing Patrick Stewart back, I want James Marsden. I want
That
Halle
would be
Berry.
dope.
well, you know
But-
what's funny?
Like there's no way that Hugh Jackman would come back.
Well, you know what's funny? Two things. When you first posted that, my brain always goes to because there's been incidences in the past where they interview Ewan McGregor. Would you ever play Obi-Wan Kenobi again? Oh yeah, I'd love to. And he's like already
I
signed
love
the
to play Obi-Wan
contract.
Kenobi.
And he's like
Yeah.
already signed the contract for
And
the
like
series.
just
and-
the whole we just had it happen with fucking Andrew Garfield like last
Yeah.
year.
so
okay.
every time they say, oh yeah,
I don't believe you.
Every time they say, oh yeah, I'm so
Never
open
believed it.
to it or I'd love it, I'm always like, oh, does that mean like
Andrew Garfield needs an Oscar for his performance
Yeah,
in
just
lying to
yeah,
all of
it
us.
just didn't just on fucking Friday
I'm
night
not the
Jim- or
fucking
nighttime-
werewolf.
Nighttime
But-
Jimmy fucking
two?
shows alone.
My number two thing is, you know what's kind of crazy about the X-Men universe, as much of a clusterfuck they are with the whole all over the place with the timeline and inconsistencies. To be honest, when Days of Future Past came out, they were sort of like, to me personally as a fan, they kind of, for me, kicked off the whole bringing it back to a previous sort of era, kind of like how No Way Home brings Garfield and Toby back. Because when actually, let me look this up real quick just to kind of put in perspective, because at the end of Days of Future Past, when Logan arrives back in his body and he wakes up and he's walking through the X mansion and all of that shit. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Because it
Oh,
like went like deaf for a second. So I was like, what the fuck? But and he like, is okay. So Last Stand came out in 2006. That's when Famke
Damn, really?
Jensen, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's when Famke Jensen, who plays Jean, and James Marsden, Cyclops, obviously, that was the last time that we seen them on film as those characters.
Mhm.
So for them to come back and reprise those roles just for that little ending when Logan is like walking up and he sees Jean and she turns around and it's her, and then Cyclops steps in the frame and they have that little banter back and forth. I was losing my shit because Days of Future Past came out in 2014. And I was like, that's like almost a decade later for them to bring what's it called? Continuity back as far as like characters and stuff. You know what I mean? So for me, that was huge. And that was way before No Way Home, bringing back the
one-upping
the
everyone.
OGs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
One-upping
shout
everyone.
out to the X-Men movies for that.
I fucking
But yeah,
love X-Men.
Yeah,
needless
yeah,
needless to
more
say,
Magneto.
I would love to see him as Cyclops
Yeah,
I want to
again.
see more Magneto.
There's a comic series that just ended actually. Fucking that was like one of the last books I bought. The last one of that. It's called The Lives and Deaths of Wolverine.
Mm.
And it's basically like it's got a lot of Days of Future Past vibes to it. Like there's some shit going down. Jean and fucking Professor X send Wolverine back in time to fix some shit, while his like it was kind of confusing because like it was like they sent him back in time, but then there's this like alternate version of Wolverine in the present that was just fucking shit up. And then Omega Red was following Wolverine like through the timeline, like just fucking his shit. Because the whole thing is Omega Red is going back in time to like kill Professor X ancestors so that Professor X is never born.
Whoa, that's a lot.
And like Wolverine's going back in time to like stop him. So like he has to go
Like
to
some
all
Terminator
these
shit.
He like exactly
For real.
He's like going all throughout the timeline, running into people. Like fucking, he runs into fucking Sabretooth. Like, but when he goes back in time, he's himself when he was that like in that year. You know what I mean? Because he's been alive for so long. Like he had like in the movie.
Which, speaking of time travel and yourself and this one and that one and all that, Brandon, have you watched Predestination yet?
No.
Oh
you
my.
gotta fucking do it, dude.
Of course he hasn't, because he hasn't talked about it. If he watched it, he would have been fucking messaging me that day.
It ain't fucking on nothing.
Ah, that sucks.
I'll fucking give it to you. I have it. A digital copy. I will fucking send that. Dropbox it to you.
I will rent it for you off of YouTube because it's on there.
Oh, we'll do it. Yeah, fucking you using up my fucking Disney Plus and shit. Let me get a YouTube movie every once and then again.
I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to you.
Oh, and I just want to talk about something because Ethan Hawke's like one of my favorite actors.
I'm the one that fucked me.
And he's in that movie, but I also love him in Moon Knight. And I know somebody here hasn't seen it, but fucking amazing, bro. Ethan Hawke, being more shit. You're the shit.
Without giving anything away, Moon Knight new series is awesome. Love it.
So are you caught up on everything, Frank?
No, I'm halfway through Loki. And I'm gonna chill out on that because I want to go back and finish Defenders. I gotta finish Defenders and then all the individual shows that come after that, so that I could get caught up with Hawkeye because of the big bad that shows up in that. I need to know, well, how the fuck did he get there? And then I just want to save the ending of Loki the closer we get to Doctor Strange, so that I could kind of go variants and multiverse straight into that. So you're
fucking like I'm like I feel like I'm more excited for you to see it than you are for you to see it.
But let's just touch on this because we all have obviously you guys obviously have finished it, but now that I've seen Hawkeye. No, Loki. Dude. Loki. I haven't seen it either.
Hawkeye's fucking dope too, man.
But you guys have finished Loki, right?
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
It's my favorite. Other than WandaVision.
So I will say what I loved about the beginning is how, because when I first started that show, I was like, as a Loki / Tom Hiddleston fan, I loved his story arc going from the first Thor all the way to Infinity War and Ragnarok. So for me, I was like, okay, since he escapes with the Tesseract, he's still technically the same Loki that we ended with in the first Avengers, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, how are we gonna get all that character development out of the all those movies? Like, is it going to be a completely different take? Is he sort of a villain again? Like, yada yada, you know what I mean? So I love the way that they were able to do it was by Owen Wilson kind of showing him the the projector reels of like, look, this is what happens, and then ultimately this. And he goes through like this whole psychological, I was like, oh, that's fucking perfect. And like you still get this awesome character development from him, and where the plot of the show takes. So I was just like, that's
that show's amazing.
Loki's my favorite one, and Loki I think is the most
really good.
It's gonna prove to be the most important one fucking moving forward.
Loki's low-key the best.
Loki's high-key
is there
the best.
Is there a second one that you would say, Brandon, that's like contributes to maybe like the next bigger picture of everything?
Well, having not seen any of Moon Knight yet,
I really don't know what that's going to connect to yet, just from what I've seen.
I feel like I think it'd go Loki, WandaVision.
Oh yeah, duh.
And then surprisingly for number 3, I might put What If. Fucking,
What If?
Then I'd probably put Falcon. Then just in terms of what it's gonna affect going forward, not in dopeness level. Hawkeye 5th. But I haven't seen Moon Knight yet, so Moon Knight probably move up the ranks.
So you know what's interesting? I'd say that Loki, WandaVision, and those 2 shows obviously dealing with more supernatural and more kind of fantastical elements. I'd say they're definitely kind of setting up what's going to happen on like the grander scale of things. But what I like and appreciate about Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye is that they're now tying. Well, okay, so that what I was getting to is what I like about Hawkeye and Falcon and Winter Soldier is that they're sort of tying together all these street level, not even necessarily street level, but you know how they have that kind of running joke in Falcon Winter Soldier where they're like, you know, the big 3. Super soldiers, sorcerers, and aliens or whatever. And but I like how they sort of like they're ground level, but the stakes are still really high. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we might have 2 kind of running parallels where it's like you have all this crazy shit happening up here with like the bigger level heroes and villains, and then you're gonna have all the more kind of grounded stuff with the Hawkeyes, the Buckies, and the Falcons. But what I was gonna say about Moon Knight is he's sort of that hybrid where he's like he can interact with both realms because his supernatural abilities can kind of reach up to the Doctor Strange shit, but him being a mercenary, I think he can also kind of be grounded with the Hawkeyes, the Winter Soldiers. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I just love Moon Knight in general because I feel like he's a cross between like I don't know, like Batman and Spawn, where he's like, and I say Spawn because he dabbles with like gods and he's in the realm of gods and
underworld,
god energy and
Kansu,
the mythology of shit, and that's what I love about Spawn. He's in like the mythology of shit, but yeah, and he's like Batman too because he's fucking, but he's like a mix. He's neither one of them. And but that's, I don't know, Moon Knight's my dude, and I'm just excited to see more of what is happening. And I've also loved what they are doing with the show. We can't really get into it, but I love what they're doing with like the gods and shit and that. And
fucking like when you say fucking ground level, like it's not small potatoes.
Yeah,
fucking,
it's
like they're gonna be up in that fucking big shit too. Like not like not like you said, like they're not gonna appear in Multiverse of Madness, I don't think. But like once like Kang starts fucking like doing his thing, fucking they'll like, I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye, like they'll have maybe, I don't know.
Well, what
Hawkeye just because Jeremy Renner's been around for a while, but I think they'll have an important role to play.
Yeah. Well, and what the point I guess I was trying to make, that, and maybe I didn't explain it very well, but there right now we kind of have like a fork, like a 2-path kind of thing going on with like all the supernatural shit and then like the more grounded kind of stuff, and then they're eventually gonna like, there's gonna be like this kind of point where they collide. And I think that's what's kind of cool about the third Ant-Man coming out, is that's where supposedly Kang is going to be the villain. And we still have Secret Invasion.
It's crazy how you said everything you just said.
Chunk.
No, you didn't chunk, but you said everything you just said, and you haven't finished Loki.
Yeah.
Because
well, that too.
That you just illustrated something that happens. You're onto something, kid.
Yeah.
Fucking
but you know what I mean? I think that's gonna be the next phase, is after Multiverse of Madness and Loki and WandaVision, all that stuff kind of comes to a head. I think all the stuff that Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, maybe Moon Knight, all the stuff that's kind of setting up, I think it's all going to come to a sort of head with the next phase. Oh, and then I keep forgetting that Miss Marvel's coming out too. Fuck, man. There's so much shit now.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a Marvel fan.
It's a good time to be a Marvel fan. A good time to be a Star Wars fan.
But yeah, you gotta finish Loki, Frank, because
it's a good time to just be a fan of anything.
How
in general.
Loki ends makes it one of the best shows.
I will say I am loving Sylvie.
Yeah.
Mobius is my guy.
I've talked about this with
Hard eyes.
With our trailer review of Multiverse of Madness, but I think she might have a spot at the table of the Illuminati table, because in the comics she does.
Oh, interesting. Because you didn't really ruin anything by saying it, but you said that her true character is also something else, right?
Yeah.
No.
Slowly roll, bud.
She plays a big role in in comics.
Right.
It's not she's not just a Loki spin-off. She's an actual character. Not a variant.
Which also, I definitely was not expecting Sharon Carter to be the power broker.
Yeah, you weren't expecting.
Oh my god,
I was like, what the fuck?
That shit's crazy.
I was like, you're a bad guy? Fuck.
It fits the role,
Damn
though.
it.
That fits the role perfectly.
She's like, hey, you exiled me. I learned the ways of the criminal. Now I'm fucking run with it. You can't change who I am.
I was born into darkness.
It reminds me of and the only person who would kind of know what this is in Mass Effect, the power broker in that.
Oh, that's funny. They have the same title.
So dope.
Character.
It's all secretive and
fucking
working in the darkness.
Yeah, just
it kind of gets the same vibe where I'm like, damn, she did us like that.
Yeah, fucking Sharon Carter is that bitch.
Can we just think for a second? We're at the top right now. We never thought we'd get a freaking movie with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. We never thought we'd get a freaking Moon Knight movie, let alone a TV series.
I did.
I didn't think we would. I thought he was too brutal of a character.
Well, you know what's fucked up is before. Sorry to cut you off, Devin, real quick, but before they announced all these Netflix shows, I've been I've been following these stupid comic book, movie, all these different various websites over years and for decades, and there's been shit. Oh, Moon Knight series coming, Moon Knight movie coming. I'm like, yes, please. And this is back in 2005. So it's just funny that now we're finally getting one. I'm like, fucking hell.
Yeah, well, and what you were saying, Devin, it's a great time to be alive. It just is. And
in general,
I just want to say thank you, Marvel.
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin Feige.
Thank you.
There's just so much. It's even surpasses even just Marvel though. And me and Frank have talked about this where it's dude, all the shit we were growing up, wishing oh, I want this when I get older. It's all here. It's all fucking here. And I'm like, holy shit. Look what I've created.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you know what's funny too? Last thing I wanted to touch on is I just think it's funny how Oscar Isaac being Moon Knight, and he was Apocalypse in X-Men.
Yes.
So there's already those kind of connections with him and like Egyptian mythology.
I didn't even
and all
know that was him.
Yeah.
Really?
Apocalypse. I was like, like somebody
Oh.
told me that, and I was like, you're fucking with me.
But also,
And then
what
I
I
looked it
wanted
up
to
on
say,
IMDb, and I'm just like, you fucking what?
yeah.
It blew me away.
But also, what I wanted to say, with Moon Knight now coming to the forefront, what I also think, because here's the great thing about Marvel, right? I kind of had this epiphany like the other day, because Marvel is so good with all their, like, Stan Lee is such a genius with coming up with all these vast array of characters that they're now able to tap into like all these different genres, because you got the superhero genre within Marvel. It's like they have their own subgenres within theirs, because you got the main shit, which is the Iron Man's, the Captain America's, like the superhero shit, right? But then you got shit like Eternals, which is a little more like I don't even know how you would explain
Family.
it. Like, well, not family,
Fast and
but
Furious.
like it touches on like Guardians of the Galaxy. You kind of get like they have a cosmic kind of
The cosmic
subgenre.
universe.
And then with the Doctor Stranges and the Wandas, then they have like this supernatural, extra dimensional kind of shit, and Loki and Kang and all that. So now I think it's kind of crazy with them bringing back Blade, and now that we're getting Kit Harington as
Like that.
Black Knight, I think with them introducing Moon Knight, I think we're gonna get this other kind of subgenre that's like more
Like
of like
medieval.
like a
Like
horror.
occult?
Well,
Like
like
occult
horror,
stuff?
yeah, like a cult horror / fantasy.
With
route.
that being said, what would you say each of you?
Because like you
is
guys know
like
who the
your
Midnight
spot.
Suns are, right?
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Midnight Suns.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what they deal with. Is like they deal with all the dark, like Constantine type shit, like Ghost Rider.
And then don't forget, we got the fucking Defenders in their
Street
fucking
level.
area. doing
Exactly.
their
So
shit.
then, yeah, and then you got
And then
like all the
Spider-Man,
organized
he's gonna be in street
crime.
level too.
But what were you saying, Devin? What'd you ask us?
I was gonna say, like, of all the subgenres, like, where's your circle? Like, where do you guys like the most? Like, what's your favorite?
Every
Yeah.
bit of it.
I
All of
mean,
it, but I like the dimensional shit, like Doctor
Like the
Strange,
mystical stuff?
Doctor Strange and
mystical. That's what I was looking for.
and like Wanda, you know, like in the comics, Scarlet Witch was like always one of my favorites. Like, she's just a badass.
Yeah.
I would have to
Nothing's
Nothing's
say.
changed.
I would have to say, as a given, it's the superhero, like the main staple shit, just from being a longtime fan. But like an honorary mention, I'd have to say, I want to see them go like the more darker supernatural horror. Like I want to see the Blade and the Ghost Rider and the Moon Knight shit come back. Like that's
Well,
my
and-
shit.
Gotcha.
And the first
I thi-
Blade is still one of my favorite Marvel movies ever.
Yeah.
I think
First Blade's
my
still one of my
favorite
favorite fucking
my
Marvel
favorite
movies.
little
I love it.
of the niches,
The niches.
the nieces.
Naichi.
Niche.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I have a niche.
I have a niche. A niece. Niece.
Nikkei.
Plays with
But
Mr.
yo,
Squirrels.
I think mine is the Defenders, like they're like the
Mm.
Defenders verse. That's
Yeah.
my
Street
shit. Like I
level.
loved Luke Cage.
Oh.
I love Jessica Jones. Daredevil's the fucking
Iron
dopest
Fist.
show they've made, I think.
See,
Iron Fist is one of my favorite shows. And Defenders is just like the culmination of all that. And I fucking loved it.
we'll see. And then that was another one I forgot to mention is like when we got Daredevil, he gave us the hand, and then we got Iron Fist, and then now that we have Shang-Chi, even though Shang-Chi kind of borderlines into that supernatural kind of area, they also have like a martial arts subgenre.
Yeah.
So it's
Ten
just like
Rings.
Fucking,
they're covering all
yeah,
the spectrum.
fucking,
Yeah.
yeah, I think yeah, we've got a lot to be excited about for sure.
Well,
I can't wait for May.
Last thing to wrap up with, Brandon, who is your who should we shed the spotlight on for our segment of shut the fuck up, Scorsese?
This week I think we go with Big Papa himself. Let's go with fucking Robert Downey Jr., man.
Yeah,
fucking,
okay.
Like this motherfucker he'd been acting.
Weird Science.
Fucking fell apart. Cocaine, bitches, doing it all. Fucking,
he had the bitches.
some would say he flushed his career down the toilet.
Yeah, some would
Marvel,
say.
They gave him a shot. And now that motherfucker's Big Papa again.
Yeah.
Fucking like
now he's like the
and like
the
if
guy.
you watch his movies besides
the guy.
the Marvel, it's still they're bangers, dude. Fucking like
Bang Bang.
I'm not seeing anything in fucking that Robert Downey Jr.'s been in that I didn't like.
Dr. Doolittle.
I didn't see that.
Hey,
Dr. Doodle.
I didn't see it.
Dr. Doodle.
The movie doesn't exist.
Dr. Doodle.
In my,
I don't even plan on seeing it, honestly.
yeah, it doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
I haven't even seen it. I just know it sucks.
But Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, dude, that's pre-Marvel. Fucking, if you ain't seen that, you're missing out. That's like one of my favorite movies. It's so funny.
And you know what's
that's
crazy?
him and Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Fucking
Batman.
doing the damn thing.
Have you seen Due Date?
Due Date.
That was after
Yeah,
Iron
which
Man.
also, have you seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Mike?
Huh?
Have you seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Mike?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say
Love it.
how his wife in Due Date is the main chick in
Oh,
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
yeah, she. Dang, that is her.
I always forget her name.
Melissa
seen The Judge?
Mahonigan.
That's my shit.
The Judge is good. I love that movie. But he was in U.S. Marshals with Tommy Lee Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie.
Fucking, you gotta fucking sprung it on me. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was honestly gonna forget fucking our segment this time.
But that's dope. That's a good one because it's like what does he do now? Because he did that role so well.
You don't have to do
Like he could do anything, or he could do nothing,
You
and
can go suck your
only
mom.
be known for that, and still his career is like legendary already.
I've always been wanting to see that movie he did with Jamie Foxx, where he like is like a homeless musician and he like picks him up.
Oh, the pianist.
Is that what it's
the
called?
Pianist? I think it's the pianist, isn't it?
Part of the body?
Come on. This guy's
What'd
a
you say?
father, everybody.
Say it again.
See?
God.
That's how you know our inner child has not died.
And he's the man of the house.
No, I think
He's the man of the
I think the
house.
pianist is with Adrian Brody.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right.
I don't know
I got Google right here. Let's see.
I forgot what it's called. The Soloist or something like that.
I think that is it.
Something
Downey
like
Yeah, the
Jr.,
pianist has Jamie out.
Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx. Yeah, the soloist.
Fuck
Soloist.
me.
You're
You were
right.
close though. I wouldn't have remembered
Yeah.
if you hadn't said
It's
that.
it's something. Fucking
One of the
they're like
idiots.
those are like the same movie. Whatever. You seen one, you see them both.
You know what's really
Fucking,
dope though about Iron Man or not Iron? Well, when he's doing that little projection of him as a younger kid,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually him. Like that's fucking crazy. Like how they got that footage of him younger to put in there. Like
Deep fakes.
Oh my god, that was.
They did the same shit with Princess Leia at the end of one of the fucking Star Wars movies.
Rogue One.
Yeah. Yep. So I'd like to end off with a big fuck you, Scorsese, as well.
Fuck you, Scorsese.
Thank you for watching. Check the description for the links.
Oh, and hit up Webhead channel for the full
Sonic review.
Spoiler review of
Spoiler induced.
Yep.
Fucking
we'll have all the goodies linked down below.
Yeah.
All
right, y'all. Fucking like, subscribe, all that YouTube shit. We out of here.
Cheers.
Later.